All right, and with week 11 now on the horizon for Chico's choices after week 10, which we had a pretty good week overall. I think we made some good decisions. It's, in all honesty, I'm getting a lot of W's, so I'm going to start doing scores. And if I get the score right, like exactly right, I'll get half. Maybe we'll do like in the vicinity. I'm just going to say scores just for the fun of it. I'll keep counting the wins, but the scores is strictly for the fun of it so we can have a little more to talk about because I'm just predicting which teams I think is going to win and then they end up usually winning. This was a very, very awkward game. The defenses were great, but Bailey Zappi tossing that pick was just disappointing at best. I mean, you take out Mac Jones because you think that he's going to do something like that, and then Bailey Zappi proceeds to throw it into triple coverage. Like, that helps the situation at all. And it was on 1st and 10, and they had time to make it downfield. But I'm pretty sure for the most part, I got most of everything right. Bears, Patriots, Ravens, Bengals, 49ers, Vikings, Steelers, Titans, Falcons, Lions, Cowboys, Seahawks, Raiders, and Bills. I think the only one was really like the Bengals. The Ravens really choked that lead. The Bills also was another one that I probably lost. I think I said the Raiders for the Jets Raiders. Maybe. I'm not sure. It was a split week. I mean, the Cowboys just always like to beat on the Giants for some reason. The Lions, this was a good game to watch. Lions versus Chargers was a very good game to watch. The Cardinals beat the Falcons in the return of Kyler Murray. They used Bijan more, but still wasn't enough because Kyler is just Kyler. I mean, he came back and basically showed what he was doing before he got injured. So hopefully he can keep that up. Also because he's my fantasy QB, but that's not the topic of discussion today. The topic of discussion is week 11, with tomorrow, or today, when you're watching this, being the Bengals at the Ravens, which is going to be a very good game, I would think. For some reason, I feel like the Bengals are going to take it because they need to. They need to win this game. They have a lot more at stake with losing this game. And if they don't win it, that could hurt them a lot. It also is like where the Bills are at in this situation. But Bengals at Ravens, I think if Joe Burrow sees that he really needs to win this game, he's going to do everything he can. I'm going to say Bengals for right now, and I'm going to have it like a 27-21 type of game. That's it in the 20s, not like a super high scoring back and forth type of game like the Lions and Chargers last week. Bengals at Ravens, I think the Bengals will beat them in Baltimore maybe. Back-to-back losses for the Ravens would be bad, so I wouldn't put it past the Ravens to just flip the script and do the 27-21 that I just said, but we'll see what happens. Cowboys at Panthers, I had the Cowboys winning. Bryce Young continues to not really perform well just because of his situation. I do have the Cowboys doing another beat down this week like they did the Giants last week. It could even be competitive with the way that the Cowboys always go from having the games that they have against the Panthers to shitting the bed against another team that's at the same level as them. I'm going to have that at like 35-14 type of game. Like I really have it at as a blowout. Steelers at Browns. I'm going to have the Steelers winning that. Deshaun Watson's out for the season. I like the rookie QB that's going to be coming in for him, but I definitely have the Steelers beating them. Just coaching, overall team, I think they'll definitely win. It's probably going to be 21-14. Bears at Lions. I'm going to have the Lions. I mean, I don't even know why I had to think about that. Justin Fields is going to be coming back this game. Might make it competitive. Might be like a 3-point game type of thing. Like 28, 24, maybe. If Justin Fields comes back like shooting. We'll have to see about that, though. Chargers at Packers. Gonna have the Chargers, even though they just lost this last game against the Lions. Hurts their record a lot, hurts their chances a lot. but I don't think the Chargers lose a game to the Packers. This is probably going to be a pretty hefty game, like 28-14 again. Cardinals at Texans. I'm going to have the Texans. CJ Stroud looks tremendous. That Texans team looks tremendous. I'm going to have CJ Stroud dealing on the Cardinals defense. 35-28, because I think Kyler's going to try to push back a little bit, but they're still going to end up losing, going 2-9. Titans at Jaguars. I'm going to have the Jaguars winning that, although they really struggled against the 49ers last week. This is going to be their bounce back game against Will Levis. Probably not high scoring. They like 17-14 maybe. I don't think it's going to be super entertaining for that. Dolphins versus Raiders. Gonna have the Dolphins winning it off their bye week. They're well rested. The Raiders are off a win, but I just think with the winning experience that the Dolphins have, this should be their first game against a 500 or better team. So the Dolphins will more than likely be going 7-3. High scoring game. I still think it's going to be semi-close because now that Josh McDaniels is gone, it makes it a lot better for them. But Giants at Commanders. I think the Commanders are going to do well. The Giants continue to suck because injuries, miscommunication overall. I'm going to have the Commanders winning that one, even though half of their defense is gone now. Sam Howell looks pretty good. Looks like they're QB of the future. 28-7. I don't have the Giants scoring a lot of points unless it's on the defensive side. Buccaneers at 49ers. 49ers are going to win. Might be closer. Might be like a 21-14 type of thing because the Bucs defense can definitely turn it on at any point. But I'm going to have the 49ers going 7-3. Jets at Bills. Unfortunately, with the way that the Bills have been trending, I'm going to have the Jets winning that one. And that's going to suck for the Bills. And I hope the Bills win because it would make it more entertaining for the AFC and the AFC East. But I'm going to have the Jets winning that one. And if they do, that's going to be unfortunate for the Bills and that coaching staff because Sean McDermott just might be on his way out and they're going to have to do a spring cleaning at some point. Seahawks at Rams. Going to have the Seahawks winning that one. Seahawks know how to handle business against the teams that they're supposed to. So, going to have them beating them. Again, another 28 game. Maybe a little less. Maybe like a 24, like 14 type of game with the Rams because Puka Nakua's back. Cooper Kupp is back. I don't know if Matthew Stafford is playing, but we'll see. Vikings at Broncos. I'm going to have the Vikings going 7-4. Although the Broncos are on a hot streak. Nope. I'm going to go Broncos. I like the Josh Dobbs effect in Minnesota, and it looks really good. But the Broncos have beat the Bills and the Chiefs in back-to-back weeks. Maybe they'll be too cocky and lose. I'm going to pick Vikings. Sorry. I'm going to pick Vikings just in case the Broncos get too cocky because I can see them getting too cocky. Vikings going 7-4. Eagles at Chiefs with the Super Bowl rematch. That is going to be tough. I mean, the Chiefs defense is one of the best that we've seen in Kansas City ever. But the Eagles, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough decision. That is definitely a tough decision. I think I'm going to go Eagles. But it may be very close, just like the Super Bowl was at one point. I have it in the 20s. I'm not going to say a specific score. I have the Eagles winning within the 20s. Maybe could be a statement game for the Eagles. But to recap everything, we got Bengals, Cowboys, Steelers, Lions, Chargers, Texans, Jaguars, Dolphins, Commanders, 49ers, Jets, Seahawks, Vikings, and Eagles. I am pretty confident with all of that and the scores that I said with them. Hopefully you agree. If you do, let me know down in the comments below. And if you don't, let me know down in the comments below. We can have a chat down there and talk a little bit. But if you did enjoy it, please go down there and like so more people can see it, so we can have more of a conversation, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the rest of Chico's choices for the rest of the year and the playoffs, and hopefully going into the 2024 season. But I will see you in the next video. Peace.